1MDB has sparked embezzlement and money laundering investigations across
one
at
of the
least
biggest
10
corruption
countries.
scandals the world has ever seen.
What may be the biggest financial scam in history.
A number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Follow us as we bring you into the courtroom where the biggest financial scandal in Malaysian history is being heard. By the Malaysian Insight, this is the Najib Razak 1MDB trial. It's Thursday, 16th December 2021, and you're listening to the latest update from today's 1MDB Tanor trial. I'm Patrick Teo. The hearing had proceeded all but too briefly today at the High Court in Kuala Lumpur. The morning started with Najib initially barred from the courtroom due to his MySejahtera status. Later, one witness could not give evidence because of a family emergency, and a second complained of physical pain during cross-examination. Najib, 68, is currently on trial for 4 counts of abuse of power and 21 counts of money laundering involving 2.28 billion ringgit in public funds. The Pekan MP was spotted on the grounds of the court complex before he entered the courtroom at 10:30 a.m., an hour and a half after the hearing was due to begin. Apparently, Najib's MySejahtera status is still yellow, which forbids entry into the courtrooms according to COVID-19 standard operating procedure. But he was eventually allowed to make an appearance. Deputy Public Prosecutor Ahmad Akram Garib then informed the court that former 1MDB Chief Financial Officer Azmi Tahir, the 12th prosecution witness, was not available today for cross-examination by the defense. The investigating officer told us that Azmi has got an emergency and headed to his hometown. I didn't have the heart to tell him he couldn't because it is a family emergency, Akram told the court. The defense then called the 13th prosecution witness, former 1MDB director Ismi Ismail, for cross-examination by Hariharan Tara Singh for approximately an hour. But then Ismi stated he was taking painkillers. Judge Colin Lawrence Sakera had initially allowed a 15-minute break for Ismi and proposed to resume the trial in the afternoon, but the latter said he felt uncomfortable due to a ligament issue. When I was called in today, I was quite reluctant to come. I did anyway due to a sense of responsibility, but I do not think I can go on, said the witness. Judge Sakera sighed as he adjourned the trial, saying, "We keep losing dates by the day, by the month, by the year." During the cross-examination, Hariharan managed to question Ismi about his career, to establish whether the latter is familiar with the director's responsibilities and fiduciary duties. He put to Ismi that the latter was under pressure when giving evidence to the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC against Najib during 1MDB investigations in 2018. It was not pressure from anybody. It is difficult to explain. There were fears and uncertainties because at the time I was wondering what was happening, said the witness, adding that he was also concerned about his and his family's safety. Ismi further explained that he was just giving facts to MACC and not as how the lawyer put it about testifying against Najib. Hariharan also brought up a previous civil suit filed by 1MDB against Ismi, which afterwards was dropped. The lawyer suggested that MACC had promised Ismi protection from legal action because of Ismi's testimony. Ismi disagreed that such promises were made for him to escape prosecution. Hariharan said, "Do you feel betrayed when the government of Malaysia through 1MDB filed a civil action against you?" Ismi responded, "I would not use the word betrayed. I was very sad. It was more sad than betrayed. The witness also disagreed with the defense that MACC will lift the travel ban imposed on him for his evidence against Najib. The trial will resume on January 5th next year. Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by the Malaysian Insight. It was written by Hayley Chongwee Kee, and I'm Patrick Teo.